let's briefly visit the Wesley game against Magnus. Magnus found a very nice setup there. After rook d5, he played rook b7 first, continuing to threaten the pawn on c3, rook fd1, and a very nice touch, just giving up the pawn on e5 and bringing the knight over to e6, doing the positional things first, and then going after the c3 pawn, and even playing g7, g5 to make sure that his structure is very solid. And yeah, I don't think he's even worse anymore. Rook f5 played, rook c3, e5. If you give white the move to play bishop d5 here, black might have some cause to worry, but obviously this can be stopped by any number of things. Rook c5 is sufficient. Rook c4, attacking the pawn on g4 is probably sufficient as well. And this is what he played, rook c4.
And by the way, the Indian wildcards have drawn their game as well, as it looks like this game is headed to a draw, but a really entertaining and well-played draw, I would say.
Yeah, and also I think potentially extremely important theoretically, because this new idea against the h3, e5, knight b3 setup might be very critical.
Well, this is going to be a draw for sure, no question about it, unless some horrific blunder happens. So again, we're going to see 4 draws, most likely in this round, and it's all about this game as he's putting the finishing touches as Giri, and there it is, the final move, forcing resignation, and Giri stands atop the tournament after round 1.
That's right. He just resigned after queen g2, not waiting for h3, queen f3, and made next move. Wow, so big victory for Anish.
Yeah, Anish is out of the running, but he can still spoil some people's tournaments, and he begins on the right note by denting severely Jan's chances to do anything here. And in the Wesley game, Magnus can just play, I think, rook d5 or rook e4, and then king f7 and start chasing. I think this is just an immediate draw. The line I'm talking about is rook d5, rook e6, king f7, rook f6, and king g7, attacking the pawn on e5. And if you go rook f5, king g6, rook f6, king g7 back. So
no revenge today. No revenge for Magnus. He'll have to wait for the blitz to get some revenge against Wesley.
Yeah. Well, I have 2 chances.
If Wesley wants to pretend for a while, he can play rook g6 check, which is what he's done. But winning the g5 pawn is never going to win you the game. These types of 2 against 1 are very easily held.
Although, well, you know, it's still the fact that you force your opponent to defend this position a pawn down, and this is what has occurred. It's a little bit of a statement, Magnus. You still have to defend against me. I had the edge in the chess 960, and okay, this might be a draw, whatever. But you always like to be on the right side of these kind of positions.
Yeah. No, I think it's perfectly correct business practice to continue playing this against the world champion, continue reminding him that you played an interesting new opening idea, I reacted well, I was sort of in control the entire game, and now I can push you a little bit. And he is ahead on the clock, Wesley, so he is even more justified. But yeah, you're just not making any progress here.
Yeah, Magnus does not look the least bit perturbed at this point.
No.
Although, you know, I think that obviously he would have wanted even more from this position. Good thing he didn't play king f5.
Yeah, king f5, rook g5 mate would be one way of losing this position, actually, but yeah, unlikely to happen. Just go rook a1 back and give those checks from behind.
But a surprising one move mate with so few pieces on the board, right?
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. Yeah, rook a1, white will play something like rook b2, rook b7 check, hoping for some king g6, rook e7 shenanigans, but they never actually do anything significant.
So in these rapid tournaments, I often notice that the first couple rounds, the quality of the play seems very high, and that sometimes they get a little bit more tired towards the end.
Yeah, 3 rapid games per day doesn't sound like very much, but sort of at this altitude, against every round you play against somebody of tremendous skill, very motivated, very good at the game, and people do get slightly winded by game 3, and you
don't forget it used to be 5-4. I mean, I remember when we did 2 days of rapid.
I remember that was crazy.
That was brutal, and the players said, there was one time they said, "That's it, we're not doing that again. You guys got to fix the schedule because there's just too many rapid games." And then we had
the game has been drawn. And my one game against Maurice in my entire life. We played in the PCA qualifier.